Okay, let's hope we got sound here. We got sound. We got sound. We got sound. Do we have any sound? It doesn't look we got sound. Have we got sound? Are we getting sound? Are people hearing? Can people hear what's being said? Can we hear? Have we got sound? I think we've got sound. Let's check and see. Is there sound? Have you got sound? Can you hear me? Somebody let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Right. So, the screen's freezing up on me. Okay. So we're just waiting for this fight between Daniel Dubois and Tetteh. To be honest, I don't know much about Tetteh. Just preparing to watch Tetteh versus Dubois tonight. Slightly struggling tonight because my system has got a Windows update, which is so annoying. Windows updates are so annoying. They slow the system down so much. Was she? I don't know. I didn't see him. Sorry. Apparently. Why is it apparently? I thought you would know. Everything, my screen's laptop's packing up and really slow at the moment, which is very annoying. I suspect it's because of Windows doing some update in the background. It's so annoying when that happens. Oh my God. Hope everybody's well and good. Yeah, you have to apologise at the literally everything. My stream's crashing me and everything, so it's not good. Congratulations, well done, and on your birth. So well done. Don't know why my screen is doing this. Everything's, I don't know why, but my whole laptop is freezing up on me. And I'm guaranteed now this is a Windows update. I might just try and get my other laptop and then still stream this to do the commentary. Let me see. what I can do for you guys. I think we're doing all right now, people. I think we're doing all right. I think this is Tetteh at the moment coming to the ring. I think we get these picture now. All right. So Tetteh coming to the ring walk. Tetteh. So is it Tetteh? I think it is Tetteh. Yeah, Tetteh making his way to the ring. So yes. Great, we're in now. Okay. So my thoughts. So Tetteh's coming to the ring. I don't know much about Tetteh, right? I don't know much about him. He's going to be African, he's Ghanaian. So I guess he'd be tough and rugged and all the rest of it. My thoughts of Dubois are this. I think it's great the way Warren's moving him from the southern area to the English title to, I had that WB. To the English title to, I had that. Sorry, the WBC International Youth title to now the British Championship. Now he's going for the Commonwealth title tonight. So I can see what Frank wants to do with Dubois. British, Commonwealth, European, and then go for the world title. Along the way with the British, Commonwealth, and European, he's got opportunities and avenues to be able to fight certain fighters without having to fight certain other fighters. Well, I've got a British title defense. Well, I've got a Commonwealth title defense. Well, I've got a European title defense. And you can gain that experience along the way, which is what Dubois will need. For me personally, and I'll be quite honest with you, Dubois' development so far has been good, but I would really like to see Dubois get more experience and get at this time what he's got at the moment as a fighter. I'd like to see Dubois working with a probably more far experienced team that have won world championships. I would love to see Dubois working with Stacey McKinley. I'd like to see him work with James Elliott Bashir. The reason why I say it is because these guys have seen the other side of the rainbow. These guys know what it takes to make a heavyweight champion of the world. Yes, Dubois can punch. Yes, Dubois is big and intimidating. That's fine. But at some point, you're going to face guys that when you box them, they're going to be able to take your best shots and then throw punches back. You're going to find guys in the heavyweight division that are able to slip and move and counter. You know, so Dubois is going to have that. You don't want a situation with Dubois where he's got used to fighting a certain way over and over and over again. And that's what happens with a lot of fighters. They find the same way, the same key over and over and over again until they meet a guy who's got a different type of padlock. They've got a different type of style. And they can't deal with that. For example, you notice in Anthony Joshua's career, he is very comfortable knocking guys over. He wasn't so comfortable when Andy Ruiz got up and hit him back. And when Joshua gets hit, the first thing he does is do this, covers up like that. So that's because these are guys, these are fighters that they're all right dishing it out and knocking guys over. But when they start getting a bit of resistance, they can't fight back. So with Dubois, yes, we saw him in that gunslinging fight against I can't remember the guy's name again, but the African guy. It was a gunslinging match, and that's fine. But the thing is, for me, it's concerning because you've got your chin in the air, you're swinging big punches, and if you got clipped with something, they're larting. If you got clipped with one of those big shots, it would have been a different conversation we'd be having today. So I like the progress of Dubois, but again, let's look at the height now. The guy's 31 years old, 6'3", 15 stone 7 pounds. Dubois has got a 1 inch advantage in reach. 17 stone 3 versus 15 stone 7 pounds. 6'4.5" against this guy Tetteh. It's for the vacant Commonwealth title. So Tetteh, his best chances is to give plenty of movement, lots of movement. Do not stand right in front of Dubois. Dubois, on the other hand, will want to move straight forward like a truck and try and knock Tetteh out of the way. I hope he can take a punch, and I hope, for Tetteh's sake, he knows how to block a right hand, because if he doesn't know how to block a right hand and he stands right on the line with Dubois, he's going to get knocked out. A lot of people were talking about the gentleman before he fought. Gorman, the guy when he fought Gorman. I felt Gorman was tailor-made for Dubois because Gorman he was clean. He had his hands down here and he had that opening for the right hand. So all you do is pop the jab and a big right hand for the middle, and Gorman couldn't adjust. So you fight that way all the time. Fighters fight in patterns. And if you keep fighting the same way all the time, especially like this, against a guy who's a noted puncher and's got a good jab, they'll line you up and land that right hand and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's all right doing all this fancy stuff on the pads, but it don't help you stopping you getting hit with the right hand over the top. So I like Dubois. I find him very, I wouldn't say the word robotic, but I do find him very, he throws the same sort of punches over and over and same combinations over and over again. Does some great things, Dubois. He does some very good things. He goes to the body well. He's got a nice jab. He's got a nice right hand. He's willing to engage. Those are the things I like about Daniel Dubois. I like it a lot about him. Yeah. So those are the things I like about Daniel Dubois. I'm going to have a bad night tonight. I can tell this bloody Windows is annoying me tonight already. It's giving me problems, this Windows update. Yeah, as far as I was concerned, for Gorman, he was swinging wildly, and yeah, he got hit with a big shot and he didn't quite know what to do. That's how I kind of looked at it. So I didn't think Gorman was ready for someone like Dubois. And you've also got to remember, when you look at Gorman's amateur background, you look at Dubois' amateur background, two different situations there, you know. So I didn't think that was a good fight for Gorman. There was no need for Gorman to fight Dubois. Absolutely none whatsoever. That's my personal opinion. I didn't see no point of him fighting Dubois. What was he to gain with it? He wasn't a big puncher. We knew he wasn't a big puncher going in against Dubois. So to me, he looked like cannon fodder. He looked like cannon fodder. So Frank's not dumb, you know. Frank Warren's not dumb. He's not dumb at all. He knew that Gorman had a bit of a reputation. He was building his reputation of the whole thing of Tyson Fury's cousin, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's good. A nice scout for Dubois. But I didn't think Gorman was that great. I thought Gorman was decent, but I didn't think he was great. So here we go. Dubois bouncing round. He's got to be careful, Dubois, again tonight. These Africans, you never know with them. They're sort of intent what they're coming for to do. They're coming to fight, or they're coming to mess you around and look ugly. So we'll know early. If he steps to Dubois early, we know what he's about. But he's already looking. My man's already looking for gum shield, so this could be a quick fight. My man's looking for gum shield. This could be a quick fight. I can't give you a round prediction, but my man's already looking for his gum shield, so he ain't ready, ain't prepared. So we'll see. I'm having to. This Windows update is not doing my system any good tonight. So Dubois already halfway across the ring to Tetteh, pushing Tetteh back with a good hard left jab. Dubois with a jab. Nice jab. Bouncing back and forth using the jab. Dubois. Finally looking for the right hand. Right. Straight away, there's a problem with this guy, Tetteh. He's got his left hand down low and he's a sucker for the right hand over the top. Yeah, he's tailor-made for Dubois. He's going to get cracked with that right hand and get knocked out. I'm telling you. This guy's getting knocked out early. See where he boxing? He can't box. This guy's going to get knocked out early. He's cannon fodder for Dubois. Unless Dubois does something stupid. You see where he's got his left hand low there? He's open for the jab right hand combination. Look for Dubois to drop the right hand over the top or through the middle of that guard. See, look, his left hand is so low. He's going to get whacked. This guy's getting knocked out within 3 rounds. If he carries on like this, see how he's boxing? Jab to the body, see it? So you can jab to the body and bring the right hand over the top from Dubois. Good straight right hand. This guy's going to get chinned early, I'm telling you. There's the right hand there, you see? Trying to throw back the right hand. Dubois just got to be careful, though, of this guy's right hand. But this guy, Tetteh, is tailor-made for a right hand for Dubois. Really is. Sorry. Because, I mean, he's tailor-made for the right hand. Left-right combination. So my video is, I'm sorry tonight, but this Windows update's not doing me any favors. I haven't had my laptop on for weeks, but so what people are saying here. Round 1 over, waved off. 50 on first round stoppage, down again, it's over. Boxing squared, predicted perfectly. He said first half, first round. Well, if he's just done that, then like I said, this guy was tailor-made. I haven't seen any because my thing's frozen because I'm on this Windows update. But my point is this. You cannot come into boxing someone like Dubois with your left hand low. You're looking to get knocked out. And for the minute that I was looking for his gum shield, he didn't come to fight. He did not come to fight. So what can I tell you guys? Apart from congratulations, Dan Dubois, new Commonwealth champion. I don't know how much he learns from that fight. Apart from, you can put a left jab and a right hand combination together. I hadn't even got to see the finish yet. But he caught Dubois with a nice counter early. Okay. No power. That's the whole point, isn't it? Of him not having no power. That's what you want. A guy that's got no power. So the fight is over. First round. Commonwealth champion. But I guess it was just somebody to have in the corner, isn't it? Let's look at this fight in the replay. Right hand. Oh, right hand. There we go. Down he goes. But Tetteh, a clear left hook. Short left hook there. Right hand. Left hook, right hand. Body shot. Right hand. I mean, just watching the combination bundle him over. It's nice short left hook inside there. Then the right hand. Left hook to the body. You look the left hook, guys. You see the left hook to the body as well. I did say that Dubois is a good body puncher. telling you now. Let me explain something to you. Dubois got the faster hands. He does hit extremely hard. Watch. Nice. But okay, what do you see? This is great stuff, and he's been stopped. This is fantastic. In terms of the young man's development, we know he can punch. But what sort of resistance is this? He's now got a Commonwealth title, and he's done all that training for camp, and he's knocked a guy out in a round. What did he gain from this? He needs to be back in the ring, Dubois, as soon as possible against somebody who's going to give him some resistance. You know, I think I'd like to see Dubois. I would rather see Dubois. I'd like to see Dubois fight Pianetta. Now, one of Tyson Fury's former opponents. He could have fought Pianetta or fight Thomas Schwartz. Do you know what I mean? He may as well have done that. Do you know what I mean? But he's got the Commonwealth title, which is great now. But again, I would like to see Dubois learn the sweet science of boxing, the intricate things that will make him a much better fighter. The way he puts his punches together, I would like to see Dubois. I know he put some punches together tonight, nice body work, but I'd like to see him work with a more experienced trainer. They're doing a great job with him, but I'd like to see him he's got to college. I'd like to now see him work at university level. Commonwealth champion now. I like the way that Frank Warren's moving. Daniel Dubois, big things for Daniel Dubois. I like the way Frank knows how to move a fighter. British. Commonwealth, I think next they'll probably go for the European title. But yeah, I like the way Dubois is going, but I would like to see him in more testing fights where somebody's pushing him back so the young man can learn how to fight, under pressure against a guy that's, who's got quick feet and it's going to put pressure on Dubois, who's going to make him miss and make him pay. Those sort of guys that Dubois needs to fight. I'm sure they're going to talk about the Joe Joyce fight. But for me, he don't need to worry about Joe Joyce. He doesn't need to worry about Joe Joyce. As far as I'm concerned, now he's on a different situation. Just Joyce. I mean, I know you're a big fan of Joe Joyce, but we know that Ruslan, that your knowledge of boxing isn't the greatest. And I have to say that I don't believe that that's a good fight for Joyce. Because Joyce backing up has got no defense. His hands are slow. He does no defense. And Dubois has got an excellent jab and a big right hand. And Joyce leaves himself extremely exposed. He's got no defense. The young man has stepped to Joyce, use the jab and crack him with the right hand. Let me tell you something. Dubois will knock Joyce out. The way Dubois is going, he'll knock Joyce out. Joyce's hands are too slow. He's too slow. This guy Dubois is improving. He's improving. He's got a nice jab. He's got a beautiful right hand. He punches well to the body. So Dubois, I believe, knocks Joyce out. I'm sorry to say, he knocks Joyce out because Joyce on the back foot is not very effective. Joyce is too slow. I keep saying this. It's not about them slow hands, and backed up because Dubois, as you saw, will take the center of the ring. He'll force Joyce onto the back foot. And when Joyce goes to let his hands go, that's when Joyce will get clipped. Because I just don't think Joyce is improving. Joyce is doing the same things over and over and over again. His output is against who, though? What output against who? Output is against guys who can't hit him back or guys who can't punch. So please, don't talk about output of punches. A guy can have... Remember when Nathan Keverly had a great output of punches? I said, who? When he fights against a guy who can punch, that out punch slows down because you've got to understand the science of boxing, right? When a guy's got a high output of punches against a guy that can't punch, that's great. But your output suddenly reduces with a guy who's got a strong jab and a big right hand because now you've got to think before you throw them punches and they get hit back. And when you get clipped and you get hurt, the output of punches ain't the same because your brain is being scrambled. So don't sit here and tell me about output of punches, right? Don't tell me about output of punches because it's not going to work that way. Joyce is too slow. I've said it before and I'll say it again. He's too slow, too slow. And don't even put Joyce in the ring with someone like Michael Hunter. Don't do it. Frank Smart, I think by 2020, we're going to be looking at a guy who's either challenging for the heavyweight champion of the world in Dubois or becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. So those are my thoughts on that. Dubois versus Tetteh. Congratulations to Daniel Dubois. I would like to see him fight. There's a couple of guys I'd like to see Dubois fight. Christian Hammer. I'd like to see him fight Christian Hammer. I'd like to see him fight the European champion. Those are two fights I'd like to see him in. Yeah. If I'm Hughie Fury, keep away from. I go. Hughie Fury's a good fight. Dubois versus Dave Allen. That's a good fight for Dubois. Not a great fight for Dave Allen. Oh, by the way, while I'm at it, just to let you all know, while we're talking about comebacks, we all know Nigel Benn is making his comeback. Also, want to let you know that Evander Holyfield is making a comeback next year, 2020. I believe he's making a comeback in 2020. He made an announcement about it on Fox News. So I think Fox. So he's fighting next year in some sort of tournament. So remember, I've been talking to you for a long time now about a tournament for older fighters. I believe that's going to happen. With Nigel Benn coming back and the possibility of Evander Holyfield coming back, I believe there should be a tournament for over 40s. I think Don King did do a tournament years ago. I would like to see a Masters tournament of boxing. There's a Masters tournament of football. There's a Masters tournament of golf. There should be a Masters tournament of boxing. I think people would like to see, fights that we never seen before. It would be great to see a Masters tournament. Congratulations, Daniel Dubois, new Commonwealth champion. I like the way his career is going. I like the way Frank's guiding this man's career. He does need more resistance put up against him. Yeah. But you're laughing about Nigel Benn, and you're laughing about Evander Holyfield. But remember, you got Lewis Ortiz fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world, and he must be close to 50. So Dubois versus Takam would be a banger. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we got Joe Joyce. So, but I don't understand why the hell is Joyce fighting Daniel Dubois for? Joe Joyce should be looking to fight guys like Miller, Pulev. He should be trying to crack the top 10. My man is 32, 33 years old, fighting a 21-year-old. My man needs to get on with his career. If you're that good, what the hell are you worrying about Daniel Dubois for? Daniel Dubois, you should be sidestepping Daniel Dubois and going for world honors. My man, George should be fighting in the top 10. He should be now a guy like Kubrat Pulev. He should be fighting. I know he's trying to build hype for a Dubois a Joyce fight, but for me, Joyce needs to be fighting somebody in the top 10. He literally needs to fight somebody in the top 10. He needs to set his eyes on bigger names. He needs to fight either Miller, Pulev, Hunter, Usyk, Herkovich. They're them guys. They're the type of guys that Joyce should be fighting now. Fight a real contender in the top 10. Forget Caballero. What do you gain fighting Caballero, Dubois? Yes, I'd like to see Joyce fight somebody in the top 10 of the heavyweight division. Stop this stuff worrying about Dubois. Dubois is a little boy. Stop picking on a little boy. Go and fight somebody in the top 10. Do you know what I mean? You've got all that amateur experience. We heard about your amateur career. Go and fight somebody in the top 10. Fight somebody in the top 10. You mean that we can get excited about. Don't be silly about Hunter. Don't want it. Hunter will box rings box rings around Joyce. He'll box rings about Joyce. You saw how he struggled against Bright Jennings. Hunter will box rings around Joyce. He'll beat him up and stop him. I'm telling you, they don't want that Hunter fight. Hunter will beat him and stop him. Yeah, of course they won't do it. Joyce 3v. Yeah, that's a good fight. Joyce. You know what I mean? Or Joyce versus Dillian White. I dare you to put Joyce in with Dillian White. Or Joyce versus Povetkin. That's another fight. Joyce versus Povetkin. Why don't you make that fight? Or Joyce versus David Price. That's a good fight. I'd watch that fight. I would watch that fight. That's the sort of guy that George should be fighting. Someone like David Price. Yeah. That's the sort of, and he's slower hands as well. I'd love to see Povetkin versus Joyce. That's the sort of fight that Joyce should be taking on now. Not anybody else. Sorry, nobody else. About Price would get chin checked. How would Price get chin checked? Man, you just talk some rubbish sometimes, man. Because you said Dave Allen was going to chin check him, right? Man, you talk some rubbish sometimes. Right, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed Dubois versus Tetteh. A good performance by Daniel Dubois tonight. Did what he had to do against the opposition. So let me answer this, because Denise Walls. Denise, I'm live I'm live now on boxing. I'm doing a live chat. Do you want to have a chat, or do we talk to you later? What's that? No, you can talk to me now if you want. I'm live. Yeah, come talk to me live. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, I'm introducing to you Denise Wards, a big supporter of what we do, BWTM Sports, BWTM Online. Very quickly, Denise, did you manage to see Dubois fight tonight?
No, I didn't. I didn't even realize he was fighting tonight.
Yeah, well, he did.
A live stream on soccer.
Yeah, he just knocked Tetteh in the first round. The guy was terrible, but well done to Dubois. Your thoughts on the fight tomorrow night between Spence and Porter?
Well, the smart money would be Spence. But after listening to your review,
yeah,
I have 50-50 thoughts now.
Well, yeah. All right. Check this out. I mean, I had this conversation today with Apollo James Jackson, and here's my thoughts on this. When you talk about Errol Spence and they call him the bogeyman, why is he a bogeyman? What makes him a bogeyman? Well, because he beat a guy that was already beaten up in Kell Brook, or he beat up a guy that was a lower weight, lower division champion. What makes Spence a bogeyman? Look at his resume.
Well, I know as he was coming up and
the amateurs,
the body punches he was doing, a lot of the
yeah, but against who though? Against who? Chris Van Hedren.
I can't say. To be honest, I'm just gonna be honest. I can't say.
Exactly. So why is he a bogeyman? And why is he suddenly just a favorite against Porter? Just like that. I don't understand it. He's done, like, he beat Kell Brook, but Kell Brook was beating him out of boxing in that fight until the later rounds. And Kell Brook was a guy that got beat up by Golovkin. So for me, I'm not saying that
fight would have been different
had he not fought Golovkin.
If he didn't fight Triple G.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, listen.
I mean, to me, the only way he can get some kind of consensus, he has to fight Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to have to fight Terrence Crawford. Say what you want to say about Danny Garcia, but Danny Garcia has fought some good welterweights. He's going to have to go through the welterweight division. This division needs to be resolved once and for all. I thought it would be resolved sooner when Floyd officially left when he fought Berto. But it's going on and on and on, and it needs some resolution. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's got to. For me, I'm not following the crowd where you just give a guy. There was a back in the day when I was watching boxing. Back in the day, you had to prove you were the truth. And when you talk about Donald Curry, people worried about Donald Curry because Donald Curry was beating guys up badly. Like, you know, I mean, for me, Spence is beating up guys that are either undersized or guys that are not great. I mean, he's not beating up any Hall of Fame greats for you to call him a bogeyman. Do you understand?
Yes.
Well, if you look at someone like Deontay Wilder now, you could probably say Deontay Wilder was the truth because the way he's taking guys out and flattening guys out and flatlining and leaving guys unconscious. And even in the Fury fight, he had Fury on his back, right? So there's nobody, you can't doubt his punching power. Now that's that, and you look at his resume, but Spence's resume, I don't care about the sparring stories. I don't care what people tell me about what he did with Floyd or he did with Broner. Those are sparring stories. And listen, I love Derek James, right? He's like family, but I'm not gonna. We're very thing is we're very quick to hype people up, and then when they get beat, we say, "Oh, they're exposed." But what about our own thinking? What about us who say that this guy's this and that guy's that? What about us being exposed? For us overrating people? Spence is a good fighter. Spence doesn't do anything spectacular. He's a good fighter. If he was that murderous a body puncher, why didn't he drop Garcia?
That fight still has me concerned.
That's what I'm saying to you.
And actually, I'm going to watch that fight tonight.
See, I think for me, I think Spence fights at pace. I think he fights at his own pace, comfortable.
Well, Sean Porter might let him do that.
For Porter to win this fight tonight or tomorrow night, what he's got to do is be mid-range and close to Spence. If you see Spence putting Porter onto the back foot and forcing Porter back, I tell you now, he stops Porter. Be the first guy to stop Porter. Because Porter can't fight like that. Porter's got to push you onto the front foot. He's got to push. He's got to have Spence's back against the ropes, and he's got to be on his chest all night long. All night long. But if it's
going to be like that, I can't see it going the distance.
He's got to be all over. He's got to hit Spence everywhere, and he mustn't give Spence time to think. A guy like Spence, he's again another bow and arrow type of guy. He needs time to space to get his jab working, get his straight left hand going, get the right hand going, or the straight left, the body shots. He needs time to work. Guys like that, you need to cut them down straight, cut the space down, and rough him up. Get up there, get close. And if I'm training Spence, this is my strategy. I say, listen, get close. And let's look to break this guy down. Lots of body work. Let's look to break this guy down in the late second half. You look to stop this guy in around 10, 11, and 12.
I believe that's what would be expected. That is expected of him tomorrow night.
And I expect, if I'm Porter's team, I tell him, listen, forget about trying to win this fight on points. Don't try and win this fight on points. Look to stop this guy. Put pressure on him from the start, like a buzzsaw. Do not give him a chance. As soon as that bell rings, leap across the ring to him. Jump on him. Because remember, Spence is walking around, I'm the bogeyman. I'm the man. I'm the bad man. I'm the this, I'm the that. You need to get into that mindset and let him know straight, no, not tonight. I'm not Danny Gar.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know Porter is susceptible to getting cut.
Yes.
He cuts a lot because I know when he started his boxing career, he started at 168 and he boiled down to 147. Remember,
he beat Usyk in the amateurs, right?
Yes.
Now,
and I believe he beat it, Andrade too.
Yes. So Spence, Porter's got lots of boxing IQ there. The thing is,
right, and he used to spar Manny Pacquiao.
Right. Now, check this out. I don't think. Well, tomorrow night, Spencer's got to show he's a puncher. He's got to show he's a puncher tomorrow night.
Yeah, he has to show. He has to show that he oh, excuse me, because I'm shocked that I'm on live.
Yeah.
He has to show that he's the man tomorrow night. It can't be no less than a knockout.
Yeah. So
it has to be a knockout or a stoppage, something. It can't go the distance.
Yeah, people say he's the truth.
There's going to be more talk if it is.
Well, you know what? All this thing about him being the truth. Well, I don't believe he's the truth yet because I don't see the truth. I see a half a lie.
Or it has to be a stoppage. Referee has to stop it. I mean, that's the only way I can see it because if it goes distance, it's going to be very disappointing again. Yeah. It can't go the distance. It just can't.
He's got to rough him up. He's got to rough him up. And the thing is, with a guy like Porter, you've got to fight pressure bursts pipes. So you've got to keep on him and keep on him
Exactly.
and keep on him and
Exactly.
keep on him and keep on him and keep on him and keep on him. Don't give him no
And
space,
that's
no
what
room.
I'm going to be expecting tomorrow night.
And you've got to just completely dismiss. You've got to get inside of Spence's head, because Spence is walking around at the moment, and a lot of people are blowing the smoke up his ass. Yeah, you're the truth. Yeah, you're the bogeyman in the division. You're the this. You're the that. Based on what? Based on what? Based on what? Porter's been there. He's seen it. He's done it. He's fought Thurman. He's fought Garcia. He's been there. He's fought
he has
Brook.
a better resume.
He's
Porter
fought.
has the better resume.
Of course, he's got the better resume. And he's the more experienced fighter. How often has Spence had to dig deep in a fight? Sir, you're the truth. How can you be the truth when nobody knows what your heart is like? When what it's like when you got somebody who's got fighting spirit. When he fought Brook, Brook's fighting spirit was broken by Golovkin. You're never the same fighter. And Mikey Garcia,
if he wasn't hurt in that Triple G fight, I'm not saying that he would have lost that fight, but it would have been. It could have been a possibility that Kell Brook pulled that fight out.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying. You know,
because he was winning that fight up until about the 6th or 7th round.
And it's not to say Spence
when he started slowing down.
Yep. So a lot of the guys that Spence has fought, ask you a question. I mean, I didn't think Porter. I didn't think Big Porter. That was my first thought. I didn't think he beat Porter in that fight. I didn't think he beat Porter. The second thing is, okay, outside of the Brook fight, who else has Spence fought that Porter couldn't beat?
Who else?
That Spence has fought that Porter couldn't beat.
I would say the majority of them.
So Porter could beat Garcia for sure. He'd beat Mikey Garcia.
So. He did beat Garcia. He fought Garcia.
Yeah, Errol Spence had the chance to show he was the truth when he fought Garcia, who was moving up 2 weights, and the big welterweight. Spence couldn't get rid of him. That's my point.
No, what I'm saying, what I was mentioning that I believe Porter fought Danny Garcia.
Yeah, he did.
For the WBC belt.
Yep.
So he fought Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia been in with some people.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the Spence hype is based on what he did in the sparring. What he did in the sparring.
The hype can stop if he gets a stoppage or a knockout tomorrow night.
For him to do that,
because if not, Ingram, the talk is going to keep talking and talking and talking. You know that.
Well, Keith Thurman will be watching this fight tomorrow night. And this is where he'll make a decision. I call him Fat Cat.
You better believe if he don't stop him, he's going to have a lot to say.
Oh, yeah, he'll be talking. Yeah. He'll be talking. This is the second fight in a row, that we've seen Errol Spence struggle. That's what he'll come up with some rubbish. Like, you know how Keith is.
And Crawford's going to be talking too.
Yeah. I think Crawford's more truth than Spence.
Oh, yeah. I seen Crawford in New York fight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
He's the truth. He's the truth.
Yeah, he's the truth. But yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But like I told my husband, I'm not accepting anything less than a stoppage or a knockout tomorrow night.
For him to do that,
what I'm expecting. And if I hear it, or if I'm watching it, or hopefully I don't fall asleep when they be showing all the other fights. If I hear or see that it goes to a decision, I'm gonna be turned off.
Now, I will say this much. I don't think Sean Porter is at the peak of his powers. I think he's on the wane. You can't keep taking shots like Porter's been taking and using your chin as defense. I mean, his fight against Garcia, he got clipped with big shots. He got clipped with big shots against Thurman. I mean, you can't keep taking shots like that.
But no, you can't.
So,
and I believe at some point, Spence, I think it's harder for him to make that weight too. He's gonna have to go up to 154.
Possibly. Possibly.
Yeah, he has fought at that weight before anyway.
Yeah.
But nothing less than a knockout or a stoppage.
I'll tell you how Spence wins his fight by knockout. He walks Porter backwards, hurts him with a body shot, walks backwards. But you know how he gets hit with?
That's what I want to see
Do you know
tomorrow night.
how he hurts him with a body?
I'm not gonna be happy.
The only way he hurts him with a body shot is at mid-range, mid-range or long range.
But the problem with Porter too, he smothers his arm too much.
That's it. The other thing about Porter is he has a tendency to stand on the outside and just look at you.
Yes.
That's where Spence can ping him. And if he hasn't learned his lesson from now, all them fights he's had, then he deserves to get KO'd. And if he decides to box Spence from the middle of the ring, he deserves to get knocked out. He deserves to get knocked out.
Yeah. Well, you know he brought Barry Hunter to his camp.
Well, that's nice. You can bring who you can bring who you want to the camp. You can bring Buddha to the camp. But bottom line is you can bring who you want to the camp. But can you implement it on the night? That's the question.
You and James Al-Bashir should have been at the camp. Y'all should have been at that camp. You know how Porter would have to fight
Spence, Hagler, Hearns. Where Hagler fought Hearns? Well, Hagler was on Hearns' chest all the time. Hagler was on him. Pressure. That's how Porter's got to fight.
Well, you and James Ali Bashir could teach him that.
I don't know about that, but Ali Bashir certainly could. But yeah. So, all right, I'm going to end this here. Everybody, thank you so much again tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the kind of semi-commentary I did tonight. A great fight tomorrow night between Spence and Porter. Now, put it this way. If Spence can put Porter on the back foot, he stops Porter. And if Porter can get mid to close range, he's got a good chance of outworking Spence. We'll see tomorrow night. Thank you all for watching. As always, I'm going to go back and do some more football streaming. Denise Wards, as always, much love to you, and we'll see you soon. I think Denise has left us. Take care, everybody.